Hey, what's up guys? So today we are putting down the epoxy floors, well, day one of it here at the shop, and behind me is, well, wherever he went, is Dave from Top Seal.
When I moved into my van 2,469 days ago, all I wanted was something better for my life, to get out of the financial restraints that felt like I was holding me to a job that I didn't like. So I broke free of that, moved into my van, cleared up my debt, bada boom, here we are, 6.5 years later, working on my own dream. Instead of working the job for somebody else's dream, it's time to do this one for myself. So we found this big old barn. We got it at a crazy good price, and now we're converting it into a van life and overland shop.
Yeah, guys, so what I really want to go over is what I think we do a lot different from other companies is we grind and we shop blast the floor, and we really take time to repair work. So over here you can see a lot of the crack repairing that we've done. A lot of these gouges, I think there's a lot of before pictures to show how much damage we've actually just done here. We've grinded the floor to what we call a CSP3, which is how much of the concrete we actually grind off, so that the epoxy is going to adhere very, very well. I'm really excited to show you guys what we make of this thing. See what we're doing here? We call here is a keyway or an anchor cut. So we like to put these on the aprons, that way the resonance system will come in here and it will anchor inside the grooves that we've made. That way the incoming traffic won't just peel up the live edge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, I know. That's Matt came up with that, right, Matt?
And that's Matt. What, no tap dancing in those? No tap dancing in those?
Hey guys, Matt. We are here right now and we're going to put down the first coat, 100% solids, steel gray epoxy, and we're going to put that down, and you're going to see us throw some flake into that, and it's going to look awesome.
It's going to look awesome.
Look at the color. Money.
It's nothing, guys. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. We're not so many questions.
This place is gonna look so freaking good when it's done. Even just the gray there starts to really clean up that line. But he was telling me that this gray will be pretty much unseen once all the flake and stuff goes on there. The flake sticks to that, and then that gray kind of vanishes, and then all we're gonna see on top of that is just all the multicolored flake. It's like hucking confetti everywhere.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between those people that do just like a couple flakes versus doing flakes everywhere?
You got to think the full coverage flake adds another layer of protection.
Come on now, look at that. So sick. That is so satisfying to look at. Wow. That is freaking crazy. The heaters are all on, and we are gonna let that sit for the whole night tonight. That is nuts. So tomorrow they come in and scrape with a scraper all the excess flake off the floor. So if you take a look at how much flake is on there, which is a lot. What they do tomorrow is they scrape off the top layer that's not stuck. Because right now you can tell that is super deep. Flake on top of flake on top of flake on top of flake. They do that just to make sure that there's really, really good coverage. I am pretty stoked on how that looks. I took a few pictures. Holy crap. Look at that. Look how clean that looks. I am so stoked to see what it looks like once the epoxy gets poured over top of that. You guys want to see what this place used to look like? Buckle up. That's what this shop used to look like before we knocked in the 2 doors. Like birds and stuff used to live in there. Now she's beautiful with epoxy floors. That's probably a good way to kick off the new Van Toys YouTube channel when I started, is to make a great big video of the whole transformation from when this thing was a barn all the way up to the full 4,000 square foot of total off-road badassery of a shop that this will be once it's all said and done. Anyway, guys, I'm calling it for the night. Me and Cruzy are gonna sleep right here, and the crew will be back here first thing in the morning. It's 5:45 in the morning, and I just got a message from the guy at Top Seal. Top Seal guy says, "Good morning, guys. It's going to be an unreal day at Van Toys headquarters." I responded, "Let's do it." Today should be a pretty satisfying day. So normally when these guys are doing epoxy floors for somebody's home garage, this would be the final day, but it's not our final day. Normally, the end of an epoxy floor project is scraping off the excess flake off the top, sanding it, giving it a clear layer of epoxy over top, and that's it. But not for us. But the satisfying part about today is we get to see what that final floor is going to look like, kind of. When they're done today, the epoxy will be shiny. So after this is done, tomorrow, if it's all cured up, they're coming back and putting another layer over top. But this time it's not an epoxy layer. It's some kind of like a really hard urethane, something big worded thing finish. He said it's like adding a clear concrete over top of your already hard epoxy, and that's what they do in all the car dealerships and mechanic shops and stuff like that that take very high traffic. They're very durable and don't scratch like a standard epoxy floor finish would. And that's what makes me excited about doing the epoxy floors, because we've all heard stories about epoxy floors that they peel up with a warm tire, they peel up with all this stuff, but that's what that final layer is for, is to ensure that whatever we're doing in here, those epoxy floors stay beautiful for years and years and years and years to come. That those floors should outlive my time that we spend here in this building. I'm cool with that. Oh, today looks beautiful. Sun is out. That's my view from home. I taped up the door so nobody would go in. Wow. That's insane. Totally changed this entire shop. Yeah, so we're gonna have to have Chris the painter come in and retouch up the linel on the bottom when it's done. So yeah, it's really, really bumpy, and I guess they just scraped that top layer right off. Good morning.
Morning.
That's how we roll around here, camera in the face first thing in the morning. Good morning, buddy.
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, good, good. Ready to get this thing done for you.
She good?
It's perfect. All right.
Looks beautiful.
So now I'm going to start scraping. So we'll make a little bit of noise here for a couple hours and get it all ready for the thick coat of clear epoxy.
Beautiful.
Awesome, awesome.
Oh, damn. That's an insane amount of flake just from the blower, and you're not even done yet.
Nope.
after this, he takes the scraper out and scrapes another layer off the top. Then they vacuum that layer up, and then I guess they scrape again the other way and vacuum that layer up. So there's still a lot more flake to still come off this floor. So how many pounds went on the floor?
210.
210 pounds?
Yeah, we threw 210. We're probably gonna take back. We're at 50 so far, at least 70, 80 pounds.
70, 80 pounds coming off? Wow.
Yeah.
You can really start to see the difference between there and there. This shop would not have been the same space without doing these floors this way. With the vision that we have for this place and having it look so good on camera, with the hexagon lighting that's going in here, oh, you wait. That ain't gonna be happening until I come back from my summer travels, but yeah, we have huge white hexagons lighting going right above each bay. The hexagons are 27 and a half feet long by 12 feet wide, directly above each automotive bay. Glaring off these epoxy floors, whew, it's gonna look amazing in here.
So one of the options I had for the flooring in here was to polish the concrete. But when they started to grind the floor in here, he said polishing it is definitely not an option. The concrete is way too soft and unpolishable. So doing epoxy floors was the option. And I'm glad I did, because damn, having that gray on the black, on the darker gray on the white, and on the black looks so sick.
This is it, it's going down. I'm getting ready for that final layer.
Okay, so today we're going to be putting the grout coat down. We're going to be putting down 50 mil of epoxy. This will get in between the flakes and prepare us for tomorrow for the top coat.
Oh, does that ever make everything underneath pop? So slick. All right, boss. See ya. Good morning. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was supposed to start raining at 2 o'clock in the morning, so I figured I'd set my alarm for 3 just so I can kind of check on how we sealed up the doors. So when they were done yesterday, we put plastic on the outside of the shop doors because I'll go show you guys. So we left the shop doors open last night because we can't shut them because of the epoxy floors. So we put plastic poly on the doors here, and I set my alarm nice and early this morning so we could just double check on it to make sure the rain was not getting inside. But let's go take a peek at the floors. We also taped the bottom of the door shut. It's dry to the touch. But that epoxy is super shiny, and I'm kind of glad that we're doing this extra top layer coat over top today, because the shine looks like plastic, and I think I would have been disappointed with this because that's too much. You know what I mean? It doesn't look... So I guess the finish that's going on here today is like a matte finish, and I think I would way prefer that, and it's stronger. But damn, does that ever look good. Anyway, I'm not gonna film what the crew is doing here today because it'll be a lot of what happened yesterday. Them putting down this polyurethane product over top, and then getting that all laid out. Pretty much what you guys have been watching here. So we're gonna call this one at that. And the next time you guys see my shop, which will be 7 days from now or more, because after today, this shop has to sit still for 7 days to fully, entirely cure before we can move into the shop. That means once the floor is dry, crunch time for me to get everything all set up in here, because my summer travels start in 2 or 3 weeks from now, somewhere in that realm. very, very soon. So we got a short amount of time to wrap all of this project up, get the shop and the upstairs functional so we can open up business on August 16th. And business will open while we're way up north somewhere. And I'm excited about launching that store, you guys. I'm excited that I traded all the years I could have been paying a stranger money to sleep in an apartment building. I'm glad I moved into that van full time. I'm glad I stuffed all that money in the bank. Every time rent came up on the 1st, I took what I would have paid for rent, popped that baby in the bank, saved it, and decided to start myself a business so we can have an amazing future of travel, fun, and adventure right up into my elder years. And I am super freaking stoked on it. Thanks for riding along, you guys. Thanks to everybody who's been here through all of the bumps and progress and stuff in my life, from going to broke to right here where we are right now. Appreciate you guys riding along. I appreciate all of you that support us on YouTube memberships and on Patreon. You guys are freaking rock stars. So I'm excited to reveal this to you guys in about 1 week. Oh my freaking gosh, it's going to be epic. In the meantime, I have to go build a home for my daughter in the back of my shop van, because me and her are going on a couple-day camping trip pretty soon. Then it's her graduation coming up. Man, we have so much stuff going on over the next week while this floor sits here and dries.